Hi everyone, it's Shital and I'm here with my third project for this month for my style stamps. And again, I used this beautiful stamp set here. It's called Fly High, and I will, as always, I will have the links to the My Style Stamp store and the Facebook page in my description box below, so you can go and check them out and check out all the stamps and the creations. So the releases this month have been so fabulous. I just love all of them, and this one in particular I had so much fun with. So this time around I created this pop-up card, or you can call it a card in a box. So it's just, there are loads and loads of tutorials for this one on the internet, but I will share my measurements that I used to create it. So the best part about this card is that it looks so much dimensional and so much beautiful, but when you need to mail this out, it just goes flat, and it's so easy to fit it in an envelope. It's just beautiful, and when the recipient receives it and they can, just pop this card up. I mean, it's just a beautiful card to mail. So it can be folded both ways, any ways you like, and you have the message and everything, and you have even more space for your message to write on the back of this card. So let me just walk you through this card first, and then I will share the measurements. So what I used for the base, the box base, is some American Craft colored cardstock, and from my stash. I don't even remember the color for this one. And then for the pattern paper that you see all around and on the back of this panel and behind is the crepe paper Love Notes paper pad in 6x6, and the colors here are just so beautiful. So then for my main image, the leaves here are from this stamp set, this one here, and I used the Stampin' Up! Rich Raspberry ink pad to stamp these leaves on some cream cardstock by Recollections, and then I sprayed it with some Dilution's Vibrant Turquoise ink. And so this Stampin' Up! Ink, since it's not permanent, it did smear, and so I love the effect that you get in here when it's the ink spray and the stamp ink, the raspberry ink as well, all over the leaves. And I did add my gelato stick in mint, and it's a metallic one here in mint color, to give it a little more sheen. So it's just there, not too much, but it's still there, the little sparkle on the leaves. And then for the flowers between the leaves and on the background here, it's pack of flowers that I have in different colors from Michael's $1.50 bin. So I used this yellow color this time, and I just popped them up wherever I thought I needed them to go with the leaves. And for the butterflies, for the front, the sentiment is again from this stamp set, and the sentiment is the fly as high as the sky, and it is just a beautiful sentiment. And then the little butterfly is this one here, and the trail as well, that I stamped again in the rich raspberry ink. And for the bigger butterflies that you see on the background here and on the side panels of this box card is this one here, and I stamped it using the same rich raspberry ink. So I stamped it first on this panel directly, and then onto the coordinating pattern papers, and then I fussy cut them out. So the first layer is absolutely flat on the panel, and the second layer I just stuck the middle part of it on the butterfly, and then I popped up the wings to give it some dimension. So all the butterflies that you see on the card have the same are done in the same manner actually. Even the top one here, it's the same thing. So it's just this card looks so beautiful and so dimensional. And I did distress all the edges of the pattern paper with the ink pad first, and then I used my distress tool over it. And I did add the stupendous frontage in shabby white to the project, and it just adds that little glitter. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. It has some glitter speckles here and the embossing powder together. So I highly recommend it. It's just such a fun product to use. It just adds that sheen to your project. I just love it. So there it is, the beautiful box, and I think it just turned out super cute. And let me just share the measurements now. So to make this box, what you do is you need to start with a piece of cardstock. So I have it all marked and scored for you by, so you start with an 11-inch by 6-inch cardstock. So on the 11-inch side, you start by scoring at 2 3/4 inches, 5 1/2, 8 1/4, and 11 inches. So that's your first scoring part. And then you turn it 90 degrees and you score it at 2 3/4 inches, like so. And then I did mark all the score lines with the pencil, and the dotted lines that you see is where you snip. So what you do is, for this panel here, you just snip it off completely. And then for these ones, you just need to make the cut lines till this scored line here. So you cut here at 1, 2, and 3 of these score lines. So what you will end up is something like that looks like this. So you snip off the corner part, and then you have these 3 panels. So I will also have the measurements in my description box if you want to follow up and create this box. And then for the panel that's left, what I do is I put some score tape, and then you burnish all the score lines. And for these panels, you fold them together like so, and you burnish the score lines, and you leave the last panel as is, because this will be the back of your box, like you see here. So when you burnish all the score lines, and you even burnish these ones here, so it's as easy. So what you do is you peel off the score tape that's right here, and you just fold it into place, and this panel just goes on the inside, and there you have your box, like so. And then you can decorate the box using any kind of pattern paper. You can paint it, spray it, whatever you want to do with it. So that's the box. And now for the inserts on which your embellishments are actually standing, what you do is, I took a piece of cardstock that measures 3 1/4 inches, and then I score it at 1/4 inch on either side. So 1/4 and then 3, or you can turn it around and score at 1/4 inch. And then you burnish the score lines, and you fold them so as to get a Z fold, like so. So with the thing with the Z fold is that, so I will just explain, get to that. And then you put the score tapes on both of these panels. And then what I do is, then I cut my strips in 1 inch all across. So you get those strips with the Z fold and the score tape already on them, which will be like so. So when you get this Z fold strip, it's much more easier to take your box and insert the, this insert in there. But compared to you can do it this way as well, but I find it when you fold it in a Z shape, it's more steadier and easier for you to get your insert in there. So what I did was, I used 3 inserts inside this box, and I eyeballed it to place it wherever I felt it was necessary. So it really depends on your project. You can just work with one of the insert in your box, and you can have your stamped image. Since I needed a bunch of these leaves that I fussy cut, that I fussy cut around, and I just placed them on these inserts. and then you add your flowers or any kind of a stamp you want to use. So it's just you need to work as per your project and your needs. So that's how you create this box. It's really easy, and once it comes out together one time, it's just that I'm addicted to it, so I've made so many of them now, and it's really easy and simple. So that's my project for using this stamp set again, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you all in the next video. Bye now.